Hi everyone. I have used my iPhone 13 Pro Max extensively for the last 3 years, and this year I wanted to upgrade to the new iPhone 16 Pro Max. The always-on screen, the camera improvements, and many more attractive features sparked my curiosity to try the device. The other reason for the purchase was to check the new AI features when they became available. The iOS 18.1 beta is available, adding some AI features. Maybe we can talk about that in another video. For the last 3 years, I have used my iPhone 13 Pro Max with OtterBox Defender Series Pro XT and screen protector all the time. The screen protector was broken and replaced one time only. The case consists of 3 pieces and it survived 3 years with a lot of degrading in the rubberized parts. To be fair to OtterBox, most of the degrading happens last year. I have used the OtterBox cases for all my phones since 2014, and my phone never gets any damage or scratches. However, the OtterBox cases are mostly bulky, so I wanted to try other brands to see if I could find better case for my phone. This video isn't sponsored and all products were purchased with my money. Before we start, please support us by like, share and subscribe. Thank you in advance. Today's first case is the iPhone 16 Pro Max Silicone with MagSafe. I purchased the lake green color. I like how it looks, even though I initially wanted a black or stone gray. They were out of stock at the time of purchase. The cover is made of 55% recycled silicone material, and it fits perfectly and looks nice despite the fact it wasn't my first color choice. It has this soft finishing from the inside and it's soft from the outside with the Apple logo here in the center. And we have this extrude around the camera for protection. Now we'll attach it to the phone. As you see, it fits perfectly. This year, the camera control button complicated the design for case manufacturers. It's a button and is sensitive to touch, so the usual button cover can't be used. As we will see later, the other manufacturers must leave the button location open to keep it functioning. In contrast, the Apple case has a sapphire crystal coupled with a conductive layer to communicate finger movements to the camera control. The first case is the OtterBox Commuter, consisting of rubber cover to absorb impacts and rigid outer shell. The camera is protected with hard plastic frame and the buttons are covered except for the camera control, where there is a gap. I feel the area around the camera control is vulnerable if the phone gets hit in that region. The other thing I'm not a fan of is USB-C port cover. From previous experience, the rubber cover and the solid plastic beam above it will be the first to break. Not in the first months, definitely. By the way, I rarely remove the port cover because I charge my phone using MagSafe charger, but it breaks anyway. Now to the next cover. The Casetify. The case has this premium silicone feeling and it has this soft material from the inside. Inside we have this sentence. They are saying recycling phone cases since 2021. But they didn't say on the box that this is from recycled material, and they have some recycling program on their website, but I don't know what's the percentage of recycled material in this case. The case has this premium silicone feeling and soft material from the inside, similar to the Apple silicone case. I like how the case looks. All buttons are covered except for the camera control, where we have a groove. The edge of the case feels solid to add some protection to the device. Let's attach it to the phone. Here when I use the button, I'm really not a big fan of the feeling of the silicone material on the finger. When I try to zoom in or out, it's not very comfortable. At least that's my opinion, because maybe other people find it comfortable and smooth, but for me, I'm not a big fan of this. Now let's check the next one. Now we have the Pelican Protector. It's made of impact resistance outer shell and infused with shocking absorbing rubber lining. It has a solid frame around the camera for protection. I think this is the bulkiest one of the three cases, and it has this groove around the camera control, but this is soft in comparison to the Casetify case. It has this solid plastic feeling from the inside. Now let's attach it to the phone. Now I attached it to the phone. As you see, it's bulky, it's solid, like it feels really solid in the hand. Okay, let's try the button. This piece of the case is soft, and I think that makes reaching the button easier, because I think it moves with the finger, but I don't know how much protection it can provide to this edge. But I think it's better than what we have with the outer box, because that reduces the chance to hit the phone on this corner. And I want to mention that this groove is bigger than the one we have on the Casetify case. Sorry if I'm pronouncing the name wrong. Now we go to the last one. The last one is the Zack Denali Snap with a kickstand. This one have a kickstand to support the device horizontally. The case consists of two layers infused together. The remarkable thing is that they infuse graphene with one of the layers for better heat dissipation. Graphene has some unique features, and they mention that this material is harder than diamond and more elastic than rubber. It has a solid frame around the camera for protection. Let's attach it to the phone now. The area around the camera control is similar to the Pelican. Still, I like using the button with the Pelican more. I want to mention that I don't particularly appreciate how I can see the shadow of the MagSafe magnet on the back of the case. I don't know if it's visible on the camera, but this is the... you know there's something beneath it. Now we'll make a comparison between these four cases and the Apple case. From my perspective, that these cases provide much more better protection for a device than the Apple. The Apple has the biggest advantage that the camera control is covered like properly. The others has to have some opening above it. The first thing I want to talk about here is the thickness of the case. The thickest one is the Pelican, followed by the ZAGG, and they are almost similar. And then you have the OtterBox. The Casetify is slimmer, and of course the Apple is the slimmer because it provides the least protection and bulkiness in this group. For the height, they are almost all similar, but we have with the Casetify, they have this design choice when they have some kind of bumper around the corners to protect it from bumps. It's a smart idea. It looks nice also, but it increased the size of the case. Now we speak about protection. For the Apple, they say it's protected from drops and scratches, but they don't mention exactly like standard or something. The OtterBox is 3 times the military standards, and the Casetify is 6.6 feet or 2 times the military standards. For the ZAGG and the Pelican, they have an amazingly 16 feet drop protection, and that's really impressive. Now let's speak about the extra features. Some of these cases has some extra features. The OtterBox has USB-C port cover. This can help with moisture or dirt to protect the port. The ZAGG has the kickstand support to support the device on horizontal, and it has the heat dissipation feature from the graphene. For the inner lining, the OtterBox, Casetify, and the Apple all has soft material from the inside. For the ZAGG and the Pelican, it has some hard material on the back. For these two devices, something mentioned on many of the cases websites that there are many of them using recycled material, so I will mention that here. For the OtterBox, it's 35% comes from recycled material. The Casetify, they mentioned the recycling on the website and on the inside of the case. They have a recycle program, but they are not saying exactly the percentage of the recycled material. I don't know if it's all recycled or the part of it is recycled. At least I couldn't find the information myself. For the ZAGG, it uses 89% of recycled material. For the Pelican, they didn't mention the recycled, and I think I mentioned before that the Apple case is 55% of recycled material. For the price, the Apple is $49, the Casetify is $62, and this is the most expensive. The OtterBox is $44.99. For the ZAGG is $59.99, and for the Pelican is $50. Conclusion: I want to mention that these are all excellent options. It all depends on user preferences. Each company has more options with more or less protection and different aesthetics. For the outer box, I'm not a big fan of the gap around the camera control or the USB-C port cover. For the Casetify, it's beautiful, but I felt it was a little difficult to reach the camera control, at least for me. The ZAGG and the Pelican have 16 feet drop protection, which is impressive. I have a problem with the hard material at the back. I'm not sure if it will cause any damage to the phone while using it. If the inner of the case was soft, I would select the Pelican case because it feels rigid and I didn't have any issue using the camera control button. But for now, I think I'm sticking with the Apple Silicone case. The inner of the case is soft for the device and has good protection for the camera. It protects the device from scratches and minor drops. But I think that these 4 cases will perform better in case of I drop my phone than the Apple. As you see, it's a thin case, it's not very bulky, it's not providing a lot of protection, unlike these 4 cases. I'm waiting for more cases and I will review if this video performs well. Please leave us your feedback in the comment section below and inform us if you prefer a specific brand for your phone or if a case failed you before. I will leave the Amazon affiliate link in the comment section below for all products mentioned in this video. Using the link will not increase the price on you, but it will provide the channel with a small commission so we can continue making these videos and provide you with unbiased opinions about products. For everyone who reached this point, I really appreciate that you watched my video. Thank you. Have a good one.